guys are getting ready to do intros and I got my one light on me as I'm doing my hit and I feel fucking great. But you asked me to open up a Christmas present in front of people and I'm like, I'm shy. What is that? Hey guys, welcome to the official YouTube page for Calm Down with Erin and Charissa. This is where you can watch all of our ridiculous conversations and fun interviews. We have full shows, we've got pre-games, anything and everything that you guys could want. But first, you're going to have to subscribe. Just hit subscribe right there and you're good to go. And now you can calm down with us. Yep. Can you tell that we're reading this off a script? We hope so. All right. We need to calm down and wrap this bad boy up. Press subscribe. Thanks for listening. Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio. So, welcome to the big show. Charissa just asked me as I was singing, let me just tell you what you're not missing in your life. It's great, but every morning, my little guy comes down and he points to Alexa and he says, "De," and he wants his musica on. We say musica because apparently I speak Spanish, you know? And so right now, ever since we went to Disneyland, it's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Come inside, we'll have a time. You know, I used to walk down and be like, I love you. It's ruining my life. But now it's
now Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Yeah. It's ruining my life listening to that. And I don't even have the kid. So it's very sweet. But I can only imagine that after the remember when Baby Shark was like a thing and like every parent's like, the fuck, this Baby Shark thing is taking over my life. We're old, but that this is the song that never ends. Do you remember that? We weren't kids. We were older, but this was in my babysitting days. This is the song that doesn't end because it goes on and on, my friend. And it went on and on and on. And I was like, and the kids loved it because, you know, whatever, it has the Miss Rachel like vibe to it. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh my God, make it stop. But
we're also big
like into it, so you do it.
I know. We're big into Elmo and we have we put that station on and there's always one, the Elmo slide, the Elmo slide. And it's like by 20 minutes of breakfast, he's screaming. Our sweet nanny is asking what we need. Jared's like, do we have any more Kleenex? I'm like, Alexa, off. Because it's just like my sensory. It's like, holy shit.
Alexa, shut the fuck up.
The Elmo slide, the Elmo slide. I got to say this about Sesame Street. One thing I've really started to appreciate about Sesame Street, and I grew up watching it. I love Sesame Street. Mac is full on in right now. He's obsessed with Cookie Monster. They do a really good job of sliding adult jokes or adult like skits in. Yeah. And like, what's the one, there's one song, it's Elmo's song. Oh God, I cannot believe I'm forgetting it, how it goes. It's like easy.
You try to think of it. You know what I was thinking about when you said this? Sesame Street has had an incredible shelf life.
Run.
What is going on over there? We got to talk to the executives because the lifespan.
Longevity,
of Sesame Street. I mean, think about it. We watched that as kids. So you're talking like 110 years ago because we're old, but like, wow, good for them. Like, you know what? Like when you talk about fads that come in and out, not Sesame Street, that shit is still popping.
Okay, here we go. And then I'm done singing you our nursery rhymes that we sing every day. This is the song, la, 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 Elmo's song. And then they have characters in the background. I find it so funny, especially when I'm tired. And like Big Bird's in the background. He goes, to think he came up with it himself. Like, I think that's so funny. Sing it. It's like, it's so dry sense of humor. It's really fucking funny. Anywho.
What's happening in your neck of the woods?
Right.
I gotta tell you, I love Al Roker so much. Speaking of longevity, I just love him so much. I don't know. Because I'm looking at the woods right now. I'm into the woods.
Are you running the woods? Yeah.
Because I'm looking at the woods because I'm obviously at the ranch, but I just love Al Roker. He is so funny. I got to spend time with him. I know you've done the weather with him. Now that is a real
armpit sweating.
God, that's a dream. But yeah, I got to spend time with him at a charity event in Kansas City. He is so funny. You want to talk about dry sense of humor and like
has to, right?
God, he's great. Anyways, I digress. Swipe up if you too love Al Roker. All right. So what's happening in our lives? Hey, I want to just get this out there. I got a few things that I'm going to rip off during this podcast because I'm a real soap. I know Erin knows we'll get to those after the break. But what I'd like to start with is those of you that are tuning in early here on this podcast and you don't see the plus ones, we've created monsters. Okay.
Well, we knew we would.
If I had to meet Steve one more time over the last few days, be like, well, everyone else thinks I'm funny. I don't know why you don't think I'm funny. I'm like, okay, Steve, yes, you're funny. Yeah, we got it. You're funny. You and Jared are great. The plus ones are great. We are encouraging of that. But you also, if you're going to be a star, Steve and Jared, you have to have some humility. Bring it down. Like he's like commenting on everyone's thing. I go, you don't need to comment on every get out of the comment section. I said, get out of the comment section. We have shit to do around here. I was hosting my family, 14 people. I was so happy. I was like, can't wait to talk about it. Need to do this. I don't need you to be over here in the comment section.
On your replies.
Replying. Okay, get off of there right now.
The second Travis replied the second Travis made a comment, it was over for the both of them. It was just over.
Yeah,
Jimmy.
Stop. Okay, Steve, get out of the comment section and get out in the lawn because the lawn needs to be mowed, okay? And the plants need to be planted. So anyways, we've created monsters and I would love to have them back on, but their egos need to come back down to earth. Speaking of space.
Wait, hold on. Before you get to that, I wanted to comment really quickly. It was a great segment. I was actually at the Kings game last night and one of my girlfriends and one of Jared's teammates, the Lewises, Trevor and Kara Lewis, Kara was in the wives room and she was like, oh my God, we had the podcast on the other day. She goes, I was laughing my ass off. And she said that Trevor looked over and goes, is that Jared? And she goes, yeah. And he goes, he's on the show. And she's like, he is this week. Also, shout out to Rangers goalie, former Kings goalie, 3-time Stanley Cup winner, Jonathan Quick, who reached out and said, it's the place where magic happens, referring to your night at the Quick House.
Well, guess what? Things moved very quick after that night. I think we were engaged. And according to one recent headline, okay, I got a new segment called Is this headline real or not?
What happened?
I'll start with the first one. So I will preface all of this with saying that, no, I don't Google myself because we all know what happens when that pops up. It makes you go into a fetal position and
especially when you see the photos they've chosen.
Jesus Christ. I'm like, why? You couldn't really?
Do you want me to hate myself?
Yeah, exactly. 9 chins, 1 eye. Looks like my face has been over.
Patrick Mahomes looks great. I'm like this.
I know, they're awful.
What?
But okay, I have a few things here. So I'm going to organize my thoughts because sometimes my tangents are, hard to follow. It's like,
write it down.
Here we go. I will start with the new segment I'm calling, Is This Headline Real? No, I'm not leaving Fox. I was never leaving Fox. I don't know where this took on a life of its own, where as I was hosting my family here at the ranch for the past weekend, 4 of my family members asked, well, the place looks great. How are you going to afford it now that you don't have a job? And I'm like, why is this headline out here? Like, it's crazy. No, I'm not even kidding. And I wouldn't normally address this because we all get fake headlines. And it's also why I love Kylie Kelsey. She was like, part of the reason I started a podcast is so I could refute this fake news shit that's out here. But no, I'm not leaving Fox. I was never leaving Fox. I'm not fired. My family, rest assured, was like, okay, good, because there was these weird headlines. But so, yeah, I'm not fired. I hope I die. I hope I die at 10201 West Pico. Because
I don't want you to die there. So cold.
As I always talk about, Fox is my longest relationship. I have worked there since I was, 22 years old, starting in the HR department. So yes, I love Fox. I will hopefully end my career there in a long, long time. But anyways, it's not ending anytime soon. So let's just get that out of the way. That's a fake headline. The other fake headline is, and we're going to pop it up here, is apparently I married Steve. Have you seen this headline?
No. Where have I been?
The only reason I know is because my sweet family wants to make sure that I am okay. I'm not fired. I didn't marry Steve, but Us Weekly says that Steve and I, our husbands, enjoyed the Eras tour. So my dad laughed. He goes, "Did you get married again and not tell me?" Because, by the way, there's some precedents to support that. I have gotten married, the first marriage, and didn't tell my parents until 6 months later. So no, I'm not married and I'm not fired. Look at the Us Weekly headline.
Why am I squinting when I still have glasses on? Jesus.
You're doing great. I need glasses.
Erin Andrews' husbands react. Oh, fun.
Yeah. So we're married. Steve and I are married.
Also, I love these headlines. This is crazy. Travis Kelce gives heartfelt shout out to partners. Heartfelt? He just gave like a fucking thumbs up.
So yeah, that's our new segment around here called What Headlines Are Real and What Headlines Are Fake. I'm not married and I'm not fired. Next question. Drew Rosenhaus.
Oh my God. People are crazy. Well, okay. Crazy. So my next question. Oh, sorry. You're
No. That's one of my few rants. I just wanted to address that.
Okay.
But I would like to go back to what else has been happening in your world. You are wearing, we touched on it a little bit.
No. You have a couple of things you want to go.
No, I can circle back. I need to take a breath, you know?
Okay.
You brought it up.
I want to hear about you hosting.
Oh, you want to get into the family hosting?
I want to. I have so many questions.
Okay, go.
Because
you ask the questions and I'll fill in the blanks.
Okay. So Charissa had adorably, so great, had her entire family. I'll let her obviously give more details on this to the ranch. Mm-hmm. I love this because we admittedly, always complain to each other. We're not hosts. Like I have friends, Samantha Phipps Alvarez, Ashley Phipps, who are insane hosts. Like you walk in, you got a drink. Here's your cheese board. Here's your thing. At some point in our lives, we'll discuss, we hosted a couple weeks ago and I was through the roof stressed out. I'm through the roof stressed out when we did Easter last year, when we had Mac's birthday. Carissa and Kevin talked about it here. I thought we ran out of wine. I ended up having to get 30 more bottles. I don't want people to be hot, cold, hungry, or thirsty. Like, and I don't want my house to smell. So I am to the point where I'm obnoxious. Charissa, you hosted how many people?
14.
And
14. That was just my immediate family. And then I had I'm obviously not here at the ranch all the time. And I have the most amazing people and the most amazing community of individuals I have met here that work on the ranch, that have fixed this place up, because when I bought it, it wasn't in the best shape, and I have renovated it. I've got amazing contract, Will, Ian, Tony, Josh. I could go on and on. All these amazing people.
All these men I don't know in your life. That'll be a headline.
I can't wait for you to come. Honestly, I know it's not really your thing, but I do think like you have to at one point come here. Just anyways,
we're coming.
It's my Disneyland, and I'm very, very, very proud of how I've had it for 2 years now and all the work that's been done to it. Okay. Anyways. So yes, to Erin's point, her and I are not hosts. It stresses me out. I can't have a great time because I want everybody else to have a good time. Yeah. I never feel like it's good enough. And then I'm just in awe of people that it comes naturally to. Yes, I don't even host like I don't even have people over for dinner. Like when you and Jarrett were even coming over just to get an Uber to go to Kelly's event, I was like, we need flowers. We need all this. And you guys were in the house for 10. No, but it's like you want. Yeah, anyways.
You're so cute.
I admittingly have, not spent enough time with my family. I left Seattle when I was 18. I moved to California, and all of my family's still there. Every holiday, every birthday, every event, they're all within like a 10-mile radius of each other. So they're constantly together. And it's my fault. I moved, but I was like, I want to create new traditions. And I want to spend time with my nieces and nephews. They're getting older. One's going off to college. And I don't feel like I know them. And this is my fault. So I'm like, I am going to create a new tradition, and we're going to have Camp Ruby Ranch. So my brother, my sister, brother-in-law, sister-in-law, all my nieces and nephews, mom and dad, they all came, which I'm so appreciative of because everyone's got busy schedules. Sure. You got to get on a flight. You got to drive 2.5 hours. It's not like the easiest. It's a little over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. So they come. I am so excited to have them here. But in saying that, it's also like, oh my God, I got to make sure that like I have everything in order. And then I wanted to have all the people here who have helped on the ranch. Okay, we get it. So at one point, there's like 40 people here. I'm running around making sure everything's happening. And then there's little kids, and I don't want them to get hurt. It's just like a whole to do. But I had the best time. There was only one incident, and we will share that at a later date because it's part of the plus one podcast that Steve needs to participate in because, well, that's funny. It wasn't funny at the time. Anywho, I say all this to say that I had the absolute best time. And it was a reminder to me that family and the people in our lives, like, even if I'm not like the most exceptional host, they don't care. All they want to do.
They just want to be with you.
Exactly. They want to spend time with you. I had so much fun. Just like we went out like the little rowboat with my nephew and like just conversations with my sister and sitting around. We played games. We played this game called Blank Slate. It's so much fun. We played categories. So yeah, it was a reminder to myself that I am so, so lucky to have the family that I do, the people that I've met from buying this ranch, and just, my heart was, as cheesy as it sounds, my heart was so full. And now I'm here by myself. And I got really sad. I looked around and I was like, what's the point of any of this if you don't have like people to share it with? So my cup was runneth over with like love. And I just really, really love my family and appreciate them coming. So yeah, Camp Ruby Ranch hopefully will be a thing.
Okay, so now, because I'm going to see you later on this week, and I can't wait to have a margarita with you and just laugh and talk. But give me though, okay, we get it. Your heart's full. I love that everybody had such a great time. Give me a funny story about you trying to host. Like, you know, because it's like me with the fucking air conditioning and calling the guy up and being like, this isn't working. Like, any good shit?
Well, it's more about the, because I don't like shoes in the house, but it's also a ranch. So the reality is like, you're going to have to take your shoes on and off when you come in here, or else this place is going to be like a total disaster. Yeah. So it's just like little things where it's like, I had bought everybody slippers and then some of them fit, some of them don't. One of the slippers missing, the dog has taken the slipper. Now we're like, where are those slippers? I don't know. It's just like little shit. I'm trying to think if there's like one thing in particular. I was all excited that, and you laughed at me, I got it catered one night.
I love that.
Again, I'm not cooking, which shout out, we love shout outs to my brother-in-law, because Steve goes, I can't do all the cooking. This is so stressful. Because Steve's not, I mean, like, my brother-in-law cooked and it was awesome.
Oh, good.
So he would make like, again, I have the great luxury, not to brag, but I get like 24 eggs a day from the amount of chickens that I have.
That's a big deal.
It's great. So I'm like, we always had eggs. We had, the muffins in the morning, or the whatever biscuits in the morning. But my brother-in-law grilling, doing all that stuff. So I said, Steve, you are so lucky that he's doing all that. Because that's also stressful. I'm not sure. I don't know if there's any, like, again, the one story that I can't tell you because Steve needs to tell the story.
Sure.
I had a horse trainer come because I wanted to make sure that my nieces and nephews, if they wanted to ride Oz, they could.
That's cool.
She was awesome. Her name's Jamie. She gets here and she had never met Oz before. And she goes, oh, he's an asshole. She was like, we got to whip him into shape. She was giving us all of this like incredible advice. Horse with like trainers are like, they have a connection to the horse. She's like, you need to be firm, but fair. And she was saying all these things. Wow. My sister goes, I feel like I just got a lot of parenting advice by watching this. So I don't know. It was just fun, but nothing too crazy as far as the hosting stuff, other than just like not wanting the air. Yeah. My brother's like, well, it got a little hot one night. I was like, oh my God.
Right. I mean, it's all in panic. Like, and I don't know if you can attest to this, but when you're exhausted, right, from hosting and you just want to go to bed, but I'm so worried about the conditions in all the rooms. And are you sleeping? Did I put a comforter? Do you need the comforter? Are you motherfucking me under your breath?
Or the pillows. I also think about pillows. Do you like hard pillows? Do you like soft pillows? And then this is always great. When everybody comes down in the morning, I'm like, did you sleep okay? Was the bed okay? And like, just making sure the mattress, some people like a firm mattress, some people like a soft mattress. There's so many things. I wonder if I should ask like a questionnaire before people come. Like, do you like soft pillows, hard pillows? Are you allergic to down? I mean, so many questions.
Meanwhile, I'm in the back of my head, and I don't know if I've ever told you this.
Oh.
You and I are doing this to each other, right? About staying, like having people stay at our house.
What?
I've stayed at somebody's house who you know.
Okay.
And we had to get up and like leave. There were no towels in the bathroom. There was a washcloth, and I think it was old. And like, that's what I used to shower. Like, because I was so embarrassed to ask for a towel.
Why am I yelling? What? And of course, you didn't want to embarrass them and say,
No, and I didn't want to embarrass them. And I was just like,
what?
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad. If anything, like mine's excessive. My mom was helping me get one of the guest rooms ready, and she's like, "This is a lot of towels, Charissa." Like literally the opposite. And I was like, "Well, I don't know what kind of towel they like. Do they like a bath sheet, or do they like a bath towel?" Oh my God.
And I've also been to somebody's place who where we spend the night, and there was no body soap.
No.
And I just was like, so
shampoo? We're using shampoo.
And I did because I didn't want to tell them and embarrass them. But like, this is the shit that keeps me up all night.
Okay. My sweet dog walker will stay at my house because Willis and Daisy don't come up here all the time. I used to have them come up a lot, and they just realized it's kind of better because these dogs, like, this is their place.
Sure.
Willis and Daisy like get to come inside, and then it wasn't fair to the other dogs. So anyways, there's like, it's just sometimes better to not have them all together. So she stays at my house. I'm such a psycho. Even with the dog walker staying at the house, I will clean the toilet. Like I make sure I always look at the guest room toilet, because can you imagine if there's like something and then she's like, ew, these people are dirty. I am psychotic about like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I go so far as like, I know the sheets are clean, but I will take all the 700 pillows off the bed, lift the thing up and make sure there's not like some errant, like little hair. Cause if I pulled that cover back and I saw like a black hair, I'd be like, ew, these people are gross. What are you doing?
Yes.
I'm like dog rolling the, like whatever you call it, the bed.
Yes.
Crazy behavior.
But all these other people that we've spent the night get away with no no body wash.
They don't get away with it or calling them out.
Don't make me call you out by name. No, I'm kidding.
This is stressful though. But
it is.
I want everyone to have a good time. I don't want you to have some weird hair in your bed or the dirty toilet.
Yes. I'm so proud of you though. You did it. You did it.
I did it. I'm proud of myself. But yeah, it's great. All right. What else is happening? You're wearing a King sweater right now, which is so, so cute. Wear by Erin Andrews. I can't take it.
Yeah.
Big King. So fill everybody in, including myself, because I'm late to the hockey party, which by the way, in my only 3 years that I got to cover hockey, playoff hockey, I'll never, ever forget the opportunity that I had to cover them. I'll never forget Montreal. How many times can I say I'll never forget? Forget this. Montreal was the 8th seed. They knocked off the Capitals and they knocked off the Penguins. They took the Flyers to, I think, like 6 or something. I don't know. It's just playoff hockey is fucking awesome. And I miss covering it. So
it's fun. Kings came into the playoffs hot. Playoffs started up on Saturday. Kings had game 1 on Monday night. They had home ice. I went. Really exciting. Everybody, don't forget, if you want to buy your female in your life some playoffs NHL apparel, hit us up on Wear. We've got great stuff. It's always so much fun to see a lot of it in the crowd. They're selling it obviously at Crypto.
About that. How does that make you, because again, I'm always going to be your biggest fan because I'm so proud of you, because people don't know how much goes into all of this. How does that make you feel when you see your stuff like in a crowd, whether it's at a football game or a hockey game or whatever? You have to have a tremendous amount of pride. I know I would.
It's super cute. I think my reaction is I need to change what I say. I saw this sweater a lot last night. I saw our jacket was for sale as you walked in kind of the VIP area. So and I saw a bunch of people in our jackets and I was just like, that's mine. That's mine. And I think they think, no, you're wearing like, that's mine. I own that. But no, I'm like, so I need to change that. Jarrett used to like freak people out because he'd want to take a picture of them in it. And they were like, you creep. So
it's so sweet though.
It's really cool. It's really exciting. We are carried in the stadium stores as well. So if you get to the arenas and you want to buy something, we are there. It's really cool. Last night, just walking down. It's different when your husband doesn't play anymore. My husband obviously works with a lot of these guys. He does the broadcast, but I have such a pride and a love for our organization.
2 Stanley Cups with the Kings.
Yes. And it's neat. So neat. Who says that? But it's fun. I walked down to the glass for the intros just to cheer on the boys. And it was fun. You know, the head of AEG and our owner, Mr. and Mrs. Anchus, were like, we love the gear. We love it. So obviously hockey is family to our house. And I'm so grateful for the support. And hockey playoffs is the shit. Like, it's just so much fun. There's a rumor out there, Charissa, that you and I may get to do a show with Lord Stanley. And I can't wait. What what would you like to put into Lord Stanley during the show? Are we doing a tequila? What are we doing?
Okay. So I've had the great opportunity to meet. Do we refer to it as Mr. Stanley? Not the
Lord
Stanley
Stanley
Cup we're
or
drinking?
the Stanley
Lord
Cup. Stanley.
I've never got to drink. I know you have got to drink out of the Stanley Cup. So I would love, I feel like it has to be, well, for me, it feels like beer would be the right thing just because
we could do a skinny spicy margarita
in the Stanley Cup.
You can do anything you want. You can have a bowl of cereal. You can do nachos. You can do
no.
You don't want to do like straws, or you want to drink out of.
I'll do a cake stand. I mean, whatever it is, I'm down. Why limit it to one cocktail?
I know.
Do
that
a beer.
Could be really fun. I'm excited about the potential of doing that.
I hope that comes to fruition because that would be great. Great.
It would be great. Let's see. What else do we have?
What else? Oh, here.
Go ahead.
I wanted to talk about this. I'm on my little soapbox because again, I have been prior to being at the ranch, I had the great opportunity to go to Texas and I got to broadcast the Blue Origin launch, the New Shepard 31 mission, the first all-female crew to go up. And I've been off Instagram because for a lot of reasons, I just wanted to limit my time on it. I found myself spending way too much time on it and it made me angry. It made me annoyed.
You were doing that before you went to Houston.
I was doing that before this. And I just found myself being like, what am I wasting all this time for? So
good lesson.
Yeah. After covering the launch, it was brought to my attention that there was a lot of negative chaturanga, as you like to say, Erin. And the only thing I want to say about it is for anyone, and it's a good lesson to myself because the space world is not my world. I got asked to cover it, which I was so grateful to try, to be able to cover something new. I mean, our whole, background has always been in sports, but I've, covered rodeo. I covered hockey and I didn't know anything about hockey. And I, did all these different things. And so anyway, so to be able to cover this launch, I was very excited. I put a lot of time and effort into it. I worked with incredible people, Kristen Fisher, Ariane Cornell, this girl, Tabitha Lipkin, like they're all in that world and brilliant minds. And I think what I was disappointed, but also not surprised by is people being like, it's so stupid. Like, what's the point? Like, it's so gluttonous. There's other things to spend money on. It's like, okay, I can say that about a lot of things. Like, there's just all these different things that I heard or were brought to my attention about it. And I think what bums me out about it, and again, I will admit there's stuff that I see that I'm like, well, that's kind of stupid. And it was a good lesson for myself that be informed about what's actually happening instead of just being so quick to look at a headline and go, well, that's stupid. Because I think it's a huge shot at the over 10,000 employees that work at Blue Origin and have spent their life dedicated to space and the, rocket, like the, rocket scientists and the engineers and all the incredible people that I met that work in mission control and all that stuff. And so you don't have to get it, but it's not stupid just because you don't understand it. So inform yourself on what it's all about, because this is the 31st mission of the New Shepard rocket. And I just was bummed that it was like, when men went up, like there wasn't this huge backlash. It was just because it was like, oh, celebrities and it's all women. And what is it, a bachelorette party? And I'm like, I don't know. It just bummed me out that we live in a society that wants to and again, that's fine. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. But in what I got to see firsthand and being there and getting to know these really incredible people that have worked in this industry and have dedicated their lives to it, it's not stupid. It's not stupid at all. So again, my opinion, just because I got immersed in it, I was very proud to be a part of it. And I hope that people will educate themselves a little bit more on the purpose of these things. And it's not just some gluttonous bachelorette party that went up, that each time the rocket goes up, it comes down with a lot of information. That's then diagnostics and different things that they do that will help advance space travel. And like when anything is first starting, whether it was the Wright brothers with airplanes, whatever it is, even when Amazon started, everything is stupid until it's brilliant. So I just wanted to say that because I saw a lot of things or was informed that there was a lot of stuff, and that's cool. Like everyone can have an opinion, but there's a lot more behind the curtain, and there's some really, really brilliant people that have worked on this rocket, and a lot of things that, I just think sometimes people like to roll with it. It's so dumb. Well, okay, a lot of things are dumb, but this isn't one of them. So that's it.
I admittedly don't know much about the mission or what went into it because I wasn't there and I didn't have a chance to meet the people, but I had an opportunity to see you for the last couple of weeks, even when we were in Tampa for the Bucks women's event. She is football. You were off to the side. Right as soon as we landed, you were in the car. You were off to the side of the hotel, working your ass off, trying to get as educated as you could on this whole event. That is a really hard thing to do in our world. Is we know football very well, yet we still prepare and research for it a lot. But when you're thrown into something you don't know a lot about, you went out of your way to try to get other people to help you out, to get insight, to help the broadcast, which I was up with my coffee. I was watching. I was pumped to see you. You looked fantastic in all your questions. You really added so much to that broadcast. So, like I said, I don't know much about everything that went on there, but I saw you firsthand and you try to get it all together. So,
I love you. Thank you. That's very sweet. That's very sweet of you. I appreciate that. And this isn't like, woe is me or woe is these women. Like, no, not at all. These women, Aisha, Amanda, Carrie Ann, Lauren, Katie, Gail. I was so proud of Gail. Gail's like, I haven't even got my ears pierced. I'm a nervous flyer. So for her to overcome her fears. So again, people get caught up and it's like, oh, it's some celebrity gluttonous thing. There's a lot more that went into it. And I just think about the people that work at Blue Origin. But anyways, my rant is to say, people did that shit with Taylor Swift, with football. You're ruining football. Like, stop. Like, I just think that sometimes because of the world that we live in, that everyone has a platform to say something, that there's just a lot of negative stuff and like I said, I probably would have been like, well, that's dumb had I not informed myself. So it was a good lesson for me that when the next thing comes about and maybe I'm like, well, that's stupid, or why would you do that? Like, I don't know, learn a little bit about it, and you can still not like it, but at least you're a little bit more educated on why things are happening and the importance of it. So that is that.
Our female audience and young female audience grew in football. Man, she really ruined it, huh?
Yeah,
remember the people that said their relationship was all for PR? What assholes?
Yeah,
get out of here. I'm so bored.
Aisha, who's a rocket scientist and has done so much. She's an incredible person. It was like, that's fine if people want to like have these comments, but I also have an inbox full of responses from young women and young boys that want to do this and want to go up and explore space and do stuff like that. So again, just wanted to say my piece on it because I'm protective now of those individuals and or company that I got to learn a lot about, and the women and men that I got to meet that have dedicated their life to this. So when space travel is available for the next generation, and the next generation, like flight now is for us, it's not stupid until it's stupid until it's brilliant is my whole thing.
We have a couple. I think that was very well said. Good for you. Anonymous follow-up. You ready for it?
Yes.
I think you're going to like this. We love our anonymous. We love our people that write in, and we always say, please let us know what's going on. Okay, here we go. This original question was from September. So when Chris and I still looked kind of fresh before the season really hit. I'm the maid of honor and threw my bestie a shower. It cost tons. Then she asked why I didn't get her a gift. Be mad or no? We told her hosting the show was a gift. We told her hosting the show it was a gift. No need to feel bad about it. Oh, hosting the shower was the gift. There's no need. You can read, Erin. Here's the follow-up.
Right.
She said, I let it go and didn't say anything about it. Fast forward to the wedding. We're at the bar during the reception, and a member of the family comes up and says, I hope you doubled down on a wedding gift since you were the only one who didn't buy one for the shower. What? And that's coming from the bride. Not great. Before I could even respond, my friend jumps in and goes off. I actually had to calm her down. After everything settled, I ended up getting an apology from that family member. No excuse for all of that. So I'm confused. She said my friend ended up coming. So I'm wondering if that was the bride came in and said something.
Yeah. So either way that somebody called her out, doubled down on that you didn't buy the gift. So I hope that you got her something great or whatever it was. Is that what we're taking away from this? I'm not getting it.
What, babe? Oh, she
Okay.
just said so she let it go. She was like, you know what? I'm not going to worry about it. And then at the wedding, she was approached at the bar and a family member came up and said, I hope you doubled down on a wedding gift since you were the only
Oh,
one who
yeah. Okay, got
didn't
it.
buy one for the shower. But wait, what does that mean? I hope you doubled down.
Like, I hope you got her a really, really good gift for the wedding
Yeah.
because you didn't get her one for the other party. Well, I don't know. The whole thing is like, people are fucking ballsy, man. Like, what are we doing? Also, it's a
Yeah.
family member. Like, I think about like this, and I guess maybe even my situation. My sister's texted me yesterday when she got home. She was like, we can't wait to come back and no need to buy us any gifts. All we want to do is spend time with you. What
Aw.
is this like idea of, and again, we want to shower the people that we love with things, but
Sure.
some of the best gifts that I've ever gotten are handwritten notes or a framed picture, like something that doesn't have always, now don't get me wrong, I like a nice gift, but it doesn't have a monetary attachment to it. So this idea that like, the bigger the gift, like the more you love someone or whatever, like how about the thoughtfulness behind something like that? And maybe it's just as I get older, like those things mean more, but I don't like, what are we doing? Like,
I know.
because you didn't get a gift for this. And maybe that's young. Maybe,
Why is that what we're worried about? It's just bonkers.
I don't want anyone to get me a gift ever. I want you to
get
just
awkward.
And by the way, I love that I never knew that about you. When you were on Kylie's podcast and you were admitted that you don't open them right away.
Oh my God, I get I don't know what it is. It's such an interesting, I can't wait till we have like a therapist on at some point because we will. What is that? That's fucking weird.
I don't like opening the gift in front of the person.
Agreed.
Because that's always, and not that I don't think that
Your
my reaction.
facials,
yeah, it's not that. It's just more about like, I feel bad that they got me a gift. And so then it's like, I'm like overcompensating. Like, oh my God, I love it so much. It's like, relax, lady. But yeah, I just think that I'm awkward with that. But I don't wait to open the gift because I'll feel so terrible if I don't like say that I liked it or I opened it. I don't know.
I'm just awkward in general. It's just
You're so stupid.
It is. But I know it. Like I feel it.
You are not awkward. Why are you saying that? You are so you're like the best, actually. Get rid of Jared and Steve. You're the best +1 because no matter what situation I go into with you, I know it's going to be met with humor, self-deprecation, a good time. Like I'm never like, oh God, if I'm going somewhere with you, like this is going to be awkward or annoying or boring ever. So I don't know why you think that about yourself.
So here's a follow-up also, and then we'll let everybody go. Okay, so this was from 3 weeks ago. We were talking about the teachers we had growing up. I talked about my math teacher, Miss Juino, and how hot she was. She could use that, what was it called? The prompter?
The projector.
Projector. Yeah, that marker was always so silky. Okay, so we got some feedback from your high school teacher and mine. Okay, your former teacher at Body Crohn's responded, I went to Burns. That was my junior high, had Miss Juino, and can 100% confirm she was a baddie. Oh, she was a baddie. I'm so bummed. I was hoping somebody would reach out and say where Miss Juino was. I loved her. Okay. Charissa also mentioned she had a huge crush on her former teacher, Mr. Gribble, and she was jealous of the woman he ended up marrying, who was also a teacher at the school. At Haley Gribs reached out and said, my dad was your hot 5th grade teacher, Mr. Gribble, retired now, living in Maui and living his best life.
Aloha. I'm so sorry, Haley, because I'm a creep. That's your father. So again, I'm so sorry. But
I don't think she cared. I think she was like into it.
Yeah, I just, yeah. Mr. Gribble, he had something. Hawaii, that doesn't surprise me, Hang loose, bro. But yeah, toes on the nose. Like, he's so cool. He's just like cool, But yeah, that was when Ryan pointed that out, that his daughter responded. I was like, well, first of all, she's beautiful. That's like second.
Really?
But she, I don't know. I clicked on her link, but she also to have an adult daughter. I think I'm delusional about my age.
Oh, we all are.
And as you and I have a birthday coming up, for those of you that don't know, Erin and I share a birthday. Whenever I tell people that, people are like floored by that, which it is kind of cool. But
and Brad Zager,
also Jared Stacy's May 5th. My sister,
Oh
my sister
God.
and my dad share a birthday, and that's May 12th. I was supposed to be born on May 12th. If my mom would have had 3 people all with the same birthday, that would have been weird. But I was a week early. But yeah, sharing a birthday is kind of fun. Well, we don't do
Megan
enough.
Carter, also a May 5th birthday. You know what? Shout out to our moms for giving birth to us a healthy and successful birth.
Shout out to
I
our moms.
really wish they would have kept us in. We could have been Cinco de Mayo kids, and that would have been cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Well, that's why I always like to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. I don't like to celebrate my birthday. As somebody who, admittingly, I don't mind being the center of attention. If there's a stage and there's a microphone, I'm the first one up there. No problem. I don't have a problem, clearly, with our profession standing in front of a room, being, under the spotlight, but I hate a birthday. It's also probably, where's that psychiatrist, why I haven't, even though I've had 2 weddings, where there's never anyone at these weddings, because I don't like being the center of attention if it's actually about me. If it's a birthday, if it's a wedding, if it's that kind of stuff, that's where I get awkward. I hate that. So I've never had like a big birthday party. If anyone...
you love, and not in a bad way. It's like, as you just said, bringing me along. No, stop it. I'm not saying it like that, but like, you talked about bringing me as a plus one, which I feel like when people do, they're like, fuck, she's a weakling. But bringing you, it's like, I'm going
to tell you right now, I know someone that would say that you aren't a weakling. No, I'd hate being the center of attention if it's actually about me.
That's so interesting. And I'm not saying that in any way. It's like, because we're on camera, like we're... Right.
You didn't care at your wedding?
Off in a stadium and like as they're getting ready to do intros, and I got my one light on me as I'm doing my hit, and I feel fucking great. But you asked me to open up a Christmas present in front of people, and I'm like, I'm shy. What is that?
I'm so shy. I don't know. But you didn't have a problem at your wedding? Like, didn't you feel awkward standing up there? You didn't look awkward.
I hate that.
You looked your veil like on the top of the mountain was blowing, and you looked like a goddamn vision. But I'm like, I would feel so uncomfortable. I'd feel like I'd have to like look to the crowd and make a joke. What was bad?
My hair color was orange. It was so fucking bad.
If I got married again, I'd wear your wedding dress.
Oh, shout out to Carolina Herrera.
Oh my God, casual. That ain't David's bridal. You know what I mean? Anywho, love you. Love you guys. Mwah.
Happy draft weekend, and go Kings go, and go Lightning. Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.